It's Wednesday night, and you know it is Smack Talk night. We've got a great lineup of guests for you here today. The champion, Isaih Quinones, is joining us in the house. We've got Brice Jones as well. Dorian Perez, the challenger in the heavyweight match. Power Slap number 10 will be joining us here tonight. And rumblings. We haven't heard much from this guy in a little while. Austin Turpin going to make his debut from being away. He's back. He's throwing shade at Wolverine. He's throwing shade at Vern. He's coming out and he's going directly to Cousin Kissing County. Ding. What a show we have lined up tonight.
Austin Turpin, man, back from the dead. That's a big one. Of course, Brice Jones, I'm sure he's going to be paying attention to what's to take place in the heavyweight main event at Power Slap number 10 on December 6th. I almost said Power Slap 6. That was a long time ago at this point. Isaih Quinones, obviously, we just found out yesterday, I think. Maybe it was Monday. I don't remember. The days are all blurring together. He's going to be making a very, very short turnaround and defending his championship for the very first time. I mean, this is pretty historic stuff, man. Defending a championship, too, not only winning it, but then defending it in just about 5 weeks or so. It's definitely not been 5 weeks since he knew that this was going to take place, so that's massive. And then, like you said, the other half of the heavyweight main event, Dorian disturbing the peace Perez. We'll get an idea of where his head is at as we head into fight week, which will begin right here after the Thanksgiving holiday next week.
Absolutely. We're going to bring Isaih Quinones in right now. And I got to ask him, and think about this for a second, Ding. Did Isaih compete on every single card this calendar year? Let's bring him in. Isaih, is that fact or fiction, my man?
Oh, it's fact. Once I hit December 6th, I'm going to have done every single match this year.
There we go. You are a trooper. Racking these up. Obviously, you were already there at Fontainebleau. You know what that is going to be like. How excited are you, man, to be back home cooking?
Oh, I'm super pumped. And I mean, everybody already knows what's going to happen. I mean, everybody's pumped. I got like 80 people showing up. My boy Branden, like I said, we're boys first. Love the dog. But he knows his time is coming too.
He's here right now, man. In the comments, anyways, it's already starting. How long did you know about this match before they officially announced it?
I think Brandon and I knew about a week before the announcement, maybe like 4 days before the announcement. Maybe they just wanted to, dial in and figure out, if I was ready. And I told them I'm ready, of course. And then I actually told Branden, like, hey, just a heads up, this might happen. And yeah, he got the call.
Awesome. I mean, great to see overall. I know you never, skew too far from your weight. You never go too far from your gym routine. Do you feel like this is just an extension of the previous camp you had for the John fight?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, when I checked my weight, that's what when Erica called me, I was like, hold on, before I say yes, let me check my weight, see where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And, because of course I was celebrating. I was drinking, carbing up, having fun. And then I weighed myself. I was still like 203. I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. I get back down. So I told her, yeah.
Awesome, dude. You said that Brandon's your boy. You're the one that let him know that he was going to get that honor. Do you think he is the most deserving of this shot against you to defend your title?
Like I said, it was between him or Isaih. Those are the only two guys that make sense. I mean, both those guys both deserve a shot. Branden because he's undefeated. Isaih because he's number one, So, but, I mean, Power Slap made a statement. They chose Branden. I don't know what their plans are, for Isaih. Maybe, go up against the winner of us, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Definitely take one match at a time. Tell us the story about the Travis Scotts you had and how you acquired them.
Well, of course, my boy, who's actually in the live right now, Branden Bordeaux, actually hooked me up with those Travis Scotts. So, I don't know. I might have to wear them again this match, maybe. We might see. It might be my good luck charm now, bro.
You see that? We've seen Wesley Drain slapping slides, which is pretty epic and legendary. Now it's like, hey, bro, the shoes that you got, no, I'm going to slap you in them. Kind of, kind of irony in it. But Ding, my man, over to you. I know you're chomping at the bit to talk to the champ.
Of course, man. Dude, we're talking to you a lot lately. You're making headlines. First question I want to ask you, this is uncharted territory, right? We just came off of a champion in John Davis who was inactive, from what we know, due to no fault of his own for 365 days when he went up there and fought you. Obviously, you take the belt. You're now fighting about 5 weeks after that to defend your title for the first time. I mean, is this a new era of the middleweight champion? As far as like, do you really, like you said, you fought in April, you fought in June, you fought in October, you're fighting again in December. Were you on the February card?
No, February
You
wasn't
weren't.
on.
Okay, so yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm correct. So you fought. This will be 4 times this year. Now at the championship level, is this kind of your plan going forward? Like you're just gonna knock each guy down as you go. I guess in your case, down the rankings.
Absolutely. I told the guys like, and I told this to Frank whenever I got the call, was like, I'm gonna defend this title as much as I can, and nobody's gonna take it from me, and I'm gonna have to end up either going up a weight class or go down. I mean, I'm gonna have to do something because I'm gonna keep this belt and I'm gonna retire with this belt in the middleweight class. Like, unless they find another person like me. My boy Branden has a strong chin like me, but I don't think he has the power to take me out.
Perfect segue into my next question. So you've talked about in the past, and I think he agrees with you that his path to victory here is all about technique. He has said, quote, he is going to find your chin and rip it straight off the front of your face. What does he have to do to get the job done against you? And from your perspective, how do you stop whatever that is?
I mean, I love this question because I mean, I answer it the same way every time. My boy Russell wasn't able to knock me out, and that dude is strong. If he's stronger than Russell by some miracle, that's the only way he's taking me out. He's not taking my chin off. I promise that. I'm definitely going to be the worst person he's ever gone against because all the other guys, you got to think. Eddie doesn't have a chin like me. Joe Landman doesn't have a chin like me. Brandon Rhodes doesn't have a chin like me. So, I mean, I'm definitely going to give him a run for his money. But I don't think he's gonna against somebody that has the strength that I have either when I strike back.
And you talked about with the potential matchup with Isaih, you thinking that because of his zombie-like behavior and the way that this guy recovers, you probably would not be able to get him out of there. You thought that this would be a 5-round fight that you would win by decision. What do you think happens? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you. It's Isaih's like a mystery. I don't know what's up with that guy. He gets knocked out and still standing. It's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah. So on that subject, what do you think happens to Branden Bordeaux on December 6th? How do you get this done?
Oh, I was actually, Branden knows what I know. I mean, we both watch film, right? We both watch each other's past matches. I was watching every single one of Branden's matches, and I'm seeing where people are hitting him, where they're almost like where Eddie. I think Brandon's only almost been wobbled maybe twice, where he's like, he's a little shook, but I would say like very little. But those guys were hitting pretty high. I know I'm gonna hit Branden on the button. I got what it takes.
Awesome, man. Corey, you got any other questions?
Yeah, I mean, champ, I know you travel large with an entourage. This is going to be a homecoming for you. I do know, obviously, Power Slap is legal in California. Doesn't look like it's going to happen immediately. I know the UFC is going there, I think, in January. But having a guy like you being the ambassador of the sport, you might as well call Las Vegas your home turf for this one, and having that hometown advantage with everybody under the sun that's going to come out to support you. Talk to me about what it's been like to be that champion. Has it been more difficult, or has it been even just more rewarding to have it and have all those expectations? And I mean, I see you out there touring around. You've got the belt with you, representing it loud and proud. Talk to me about what all of that is like. And, like I said, is it harder than you thought, or is it more gratifying than you thought?
I mean, I can't say it's harder than I thought because I've had it, 5 weeks now? So, yeah. But I mean, I've been doing everything I can while I have it. I mean, we all talked about it. All of us in the middleweight class have said it before. I mean, we're trying to make the middleweight, the face of Power Slap. Not just for me, not me personally, but for all of middleweight. I mean, I think we're the most exciting matches by far. I mean, second best would be light heavyweight, and then third would be heavyweight. So I mean, by far, I think we have the best weight class, and we are gonna dominate this sport, and we're gonna show why we're the face. That's why I said yes to defending my title so fast. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing and traveling around. I mean, I'm super excited to go Fountain Blue. Like I said, I'm going to show everybody the reason why I'm the champion. And that's why I chose to defend it too, because I just want to prove a point. And I told everybody on every single one of my podcasts, I mean, if you guys want to go back and look, like, I'm going to come out victorious. And I do what I say, and it happens.
Yeah, I mean, you've been saying it for the better part of a year now, and that it came through. I don't know what you did on your phone, but it was pretty cool. You upped the production quality that we did. You had fireworks going off behind you. Was pretty miraculous, my man.
I don't know who did that. That wasn't me. I don't know who did that.
I think if you put a thumbs up, sometimes it'll catch it.
Oh, there you go.
Do crazy
is that
stuff.
it?
I think
Okay,
so.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. But one last one from you. Have you actually spoken to John Davis since?
Yeah. I mean, I chop it up. Like I said, all these guys are my boys before anything. So chopped it up with him, made sure, he's cool. He's good. We were just talking about family and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, he's good. I mean, I don't know what his plans are. Didn't really get into that. But I mean, I am curious what John wants to do. I mean, as of right now, I mean, in my mindset, and if I were to be working for Power Slap, like on the talent side of everything, I mean, I would consider John Davis like the new, I would say the new like wall that people have to break through. They got to test out John before they could get up to the top. That's my thing.
Gotcha. Kind of like a John Isaih type of thing.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool too. We'll see.
Yeah,
that would be cool too.
We'll see. Awesome. I appreciate you joining us, catching in there. We know you're always hard at work, making those, stacking those Benjamins as you go. So we appreciate you taking the time out to join us.
Thank you guys. Later.
Listen, man. Take care, buddy. All right. Dang. Isaih Quinones, great to catch up with him. Flying in here. Obviously, had a couple days notice before they officially dropped the match. But I mean, the better part of, I don't know. I mean, less than 3 weeks for sure. 2.5 weeks going up there to defend his belt. Quick turnaround. As he kind of brought up, he's used to this quick turnaround now, fighting on multiple cards back to back. Definitely seems to be something that he is embracing. And, something that he wants to stay very active in the sport. We know there's a ton of events coming up in 2025. And we know if Isaih can continue to win, that he wants to get up there as much as he possibly can. All right, my man. Overall, did you take anything out of that interview? Anything you thought was exciting? Anything that you didn't know?
That is a bad motherfucker. I mean, 5 weeks to turn around. He didn't even know 5 weeks ago. So let's call it 3 weeks to agree to make the weight, to go to Vegas, to compete again in front of a crowd. I mean, it's impressive, man. I think Isaih Quinones is just going to be a special person in the sport for a very long time. Even if he doesn't get the job done against Branden Bordeaux, because of course you don't want to count anybody out. I just think when you look at the strength of schedule this guy has had since he returned earlier this year at a new weight class, I mean, this guy's just soared to the top, and he's proven at every turn that he should be exactly where he's at. And just his attitude, he's gone from the hunter to the hunted, but he's still kind of the hunter, which is an interesting paradigm. Like, I mean, it's just, how can you not love the guy? And he's got so much respect from most of his peers. I'm assuming him and the Chief won't be exchanging Christmas cards. But besides that, I think that he probably gets along with the rest of the middleweights in his division in the top 10.
Awesome, man. Well, let's bring one Power Slap Santa onto the show. Brice Jones, what's up, my man?
Hey, man, what's up?
Dude, don't let him talk to you like that. He's Canadian.
Hey, man,
Power Slap Santa. When did this start to be the way we discussed this?
I think he's just picking up on the beard,
Did you just get it? Did you just get it like really nicely combed and everything? Because it looks, I don't want anybody to think I'm married to a woman, but it looks impeccable, man.
I just how it lays most of the time.
I'm kind of hating. I got
when
patchy.
When I wake up, I look like a hot mess when I wake up.
So you did that, dude. That's even more impressive. Maybe you can help your fellow Arkansasian, the Wolverine. Help him get nice. Make him look like what the kids call a snack.
He's the mountain man. You got to keep that mountain look going. So.
Dude, he burned his beard off with a what was it, a water heater or something?
Yeah.
And like 3 weeks later, the whole thing was bad. I mean, dude, this took me 3 years to make, and I haven't shaved it because I'm scared it won't fucking come back. Anyway, sorry, not what we're here to talk about. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. You still you're hanging out in Vegas? Are you? I'm assuming you're attending the event.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Are you? Did you buy the platinum package to walk either Dorian or DeBell out?
No, I should have though.
Dude, that would be such an epic troll if just like a future competitor just buys that ticket and like shows up and they're like, what are you doing here? And you're like, what do you mean? I'm a platinum ticket holder.
Next time Austin Turpin goes, I'll walk him out.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. What do you think's happening in that main event? Honestly,
Honestly, I do see it kind of going the distance. I don't really see it just kind of being over quick or anything. So I think it's just going to come down to just points, which I think DeBell, he's kind of showed he doesn't walk up there and just foul, Yeah, I hadn't really seen that from him. So Dorian's coming off of kind of a foul loss. So, we'll see if he cleans it up or if he just walks out there and does it again.
Yeah, Dorian's a tough guy, man. This is interesting because this is tough. This is chin versus chin. I think that there's probably, if I had to guess based on history, I'd say there's probably a little bit of a power discrepancy favoring DeBell.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, Ryan Phillips was in Dorian Perez's shoes not long ago, and we saw he looked good for 3 rounds until DeBell found the spot and shut him off. So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily count out that this could be a finish in that way. I also could see Dorian pulling this out of the dark and I mean, because you've been up there, right? I want to ask you this question. Talk to me about how deflating it is, or if it's not deflating, then correct me. But how deflating it is when you hit somebody with everything you got and nothing happens.
It's slightly deflating, but you got to just stay kind of just focused, Like that's what I did with James. Like I hit him and he just kind of, it wasn't nothing to him. So it kind of deflated me for a second, but I was like, there ain't no way that wasn't nothing, But Dorian definitely gets up there and he just makes it look like nothing hit him, So who knows, that might play, in his favor with DeBell, DeBell might be kind of discouraged by that, who knows. But I think Dorian definitely has the ability to walk out there and get it done, like late, maybe 4th round or 5th round, just get it done all of a sudden, who knows?
Yeah, last time we talked, I think you had just gotten sort of, I'll say taken out of the rankings, right?
Yeah.
You seem to be a good sport about that. Now that you've seen how some things have shaken out, right? James Siegman obviously moving up just 1 spot to number 6. Logan Greenhall moves down a spot. Brian Ellis, I think moved up a spot, and you were replaced by Wes.
Yeah.
Where's your head at with all this stuff? I mean, do you think it makes sense when you look at the top 10 guys? Are you like, you know what? I just haven't had a chance to show that I'm better than these guys. Because obviously, after what Wes did at Power Stop 9, that's really what kind of put him in there. Because you were there. So do you take it personally, or do you just feel like, you know what? This is a game of what have you done for me lately? Wes had an impressive victory that night, and I'm just going to prove when I go back up there that I should be in the top 10.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that. It's, what have you done for me lately kind of thing. So, I mean, I think Wes should have got up there with that win. I mean, it was a pretty good knockout over a guy they were obviously trying to push, So, I mean, I think I'm just one victory away from just being right back up in there. So, it's not really – I mean, I kind of took it kind of salty a little bit, but after like a couple days of thinking on it, I was like, they got to give me somebody. I mean, I'm undefeated, so you gotta throw me somebody. So it's just another person, I guess, chunk off the rankings, once I beat them. So, yeah. I think they'll give me anybody from 10 to 5, but we'll see what happens.
So anyone from Cooper all the way to Wes.
Yeah, pretty much. Anybody in there, they're probably going to give me. So we'll see. I don't see them giving me anyone from 5 to 1. So I mean, I think I could compete with those guys, but I don't think that they're going to try to make that happen, based off of how they kind of ranked me off of the show and then just kind of threw me off. I don't think they're trying to look to do me that kind of favor, give me someone 5-1, ranked from 5-1. So,
I mean, James Seekman got number 2.
well, he won the, more or less the show, so like that was kind of a given, giving someone up there, and then see how well he does actually against, because he didn't fight a ranked guy. He fought 2 guys that had never done it. I was only heavyweight besides, well, actually I was the only heavyweight to actually take on a ranked opponent. Besides, I guess if you don't look at Cody, but Cody had already done it, so it wasn't like he was a fresh guy. So.
Got it. And then I did want to ask, what did you think of James Seekman beating Nate Bernard, but not really? I mean, not a whole lot changed. He went up 1. Nate Bernard didn't move. What do you think that says about kind of not only how the brass felt about the win, I guess, but also just how important or how much they value, I'll say, Nate's stock. I mean, usually that's not what we see. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. I think it was just they probably looked at it. It was a very close match for one. It was down to, I think, just really the reaction of Nate. Like, I think he just kind of hesitated, like he was hurt for a little too long. And James did a good job of just playing it off. Even when he was hurt, he just kind of turned around and kind of like shielded his face for a second and then just kind of played it up. So, like, he did a great job of just acting like it didn't do nothing to him. Although those were doing something to him, but he just did a great job up there. So I think that's kind of all it came down to. And they just didn't take too much stock in that win because, well, he didn't get the knockout for 1. That's kind of what they're wanting to really jump you up there. Like, if he would have knocked out Nate, they probably would have ranked him at 2, or they probably would have, ranked him at 3 at least, so, I think we're just seeing those knockouts just take a lot more stock in what's going up there. They're not looking at skill or if you're landing it right on the button or none of that. They're just, if you knock the guy out, you knocked him out. Like, that's all they're really kind of taking stock of.
Awesome, man. Corbin.
Yeah, Brice. I mean, I know you said anybody in the rankings, but this is Smack Talk, my man. I need you to throw one name out there of who you want.
Who I want?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I need to just make a statement. So, like, I want Brian Ellis. Like, give me another big dude. I mean, James Stonier's a big dude. I think James hits harder than Brian Ellis. So, Ellis just has big old hands, so, he's going to probably just take up my whole head when he hits me. But, I think I could take it. And I don't think he'd like to eat too many from me. So, I don't see it going the distance or anything. I think I'd get him out of there in 2 rounds,
Yeah. Awesome, dude. I think you're the only one in Power Slap right now that resides in Las Vegas. Is there any advantage to be in there? Like, do the guys call you up when they come into town to do promo work or anything? Like, are you getting to work with anybody extra there?
No, so far I haven't really been hit up for anything. They haven't asked me to do anything. Anytime I see something going on, I try to, let it be known I'm out here. But yeah, no one's really hit me up. They haven't hit me up to do anything. So, I think they're just waiting to see what I can do in the sport, I guess. I don't know. But
Awesome. Have you been able to take advantage of the PI at all?
No, I mean, they only let you use that PI like 2 weeks out from your fight. So, like, they don't really let me get in there. I can use the Apex if I hit them up, but just haven't had anybody to, go there with me or anything. And so I just haven't went there for that. I just do my training at my gym that I go to and my buddy I've been working out with. Getting ready for Power Slap. So,
are you still at Extreme Couture or did you change gyms?
I still haven't went back there. I was gonna go back coming off the show, but just a lot of circumstances and just not financially just able to just put kind of money into that and stuff like that. So,
Awesome, my man. I appreciate you joining us, getting up here. If anyone at Power Slap's watching this, Brice Jones is ready. He's just down the street. Need a last minute fill in.
Yeah,
You know who to call.
I can stand in that crowd. Just point over at me. I'm dead serious. My mouthpiece will be in my pocket. I'll be dead ass serious about that.
Got the power slap. I got the power slap back call going out there.
Yeah.
Right to Brice Jones' house.
Somebody trips as they're walking up. I'll jump over in jeans. I'll have my power slap jersey already on. We don't even got to do a wardrobe. You just throw me up there. Who gives a shit? You know.
Awesome, buddy.
I'll make it happen.
Great guy, man. Great to see you. Great to see your personality again. Look forward to seeing you there in Las Vegas at Fontainebleau. Dude, just keep on training hard. You never know when that phone's going to call. Always be ready and take advantage of those opportunities that come your way.
Always ready, man. Always
awesome,
ready.
Man. All right, dude. Take care, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man.
Much love.
Have a good one.
All right, Ding. There we go. Let's do a little recap. A lot of stuff happened yesterday. We did a little reaction video that went up on YouTube, but if the diehards Smack Talk didn't see it, I think we should do a bit of a recap because we got some fight announcements. This card is starting to take shape. We get a 155 matchup between the Canadian Dakota McGregor and your fellow New Yorker, King DeFrank. What do you think, my man, that match and the potential that it has of a future title opportunity?
100%. I mean, originally it was supposed to be Dakota and Joshua Bovet, number 2 and number 3, facing off to eventually face number 1, Robert Trujillo, the lightweight king as of now. Unfortunately, we don't get Joshua Bovet, Dakota McGregor in Abu Dhabi. We don't exactly know the reason for that, aside from Joshua could not make it to Abu Dhabi. It gets rebooked as now Dakota McGregor versus Anthony DeFrank. Anthony DeFrank actually lost to Joshua Bovet on the second round of the show in the lightweight tournament. So he gets a unique opportunity now. And this is why we always say, preparation and just understanding that, like you just said, that call can come at any time. He sees the moment, right? And now he has to go up there and seize the true moment in order to cement himself as the second half of that first lightweight championship fight. But Dakota McGregor, a guy who we talked to on the back end during this whole thing with the Power Slap 9 cancellation, he was gutted. He was hoping that he would get something at 10, that the Power Slap brass sort of, promised him that they would make this up to him. I think that they've delivered on that promise, giving him Anthony DeFrank. But again, for Anthony, this guy's getting a very, very rare opportunity at redemption in a way that's so meaningful that he could be just one step away from a championship opportunity. This fight, again, and I said it on the show yesterday, both of these guys have faced adversity, and that's always the question when you're talking about guys that don't have that much experience. They haven't been up there that many times. It's not about what you can do when everything is going your way, when the circumstances favor you. It's about what you do when you face that moment. Like Dana White himself always says, you wake up every morning and life is standing there waiting to kick you right in the mouth. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do when that happens? Are you going to fall? Are you going to fall and get back up? Or are you going to just stand there and take it and fight back? And so we've had answers to those questions. Now we get to see how it plays out when you have two guys who are battle tested, who have seen what it's like. Only one of these guys has tasted defeat, though. And I think that there's something to be said for a person who has processed what it's like to lose. I think that this match is probably going to be one of the bigger spectacles of the night. I don't anticipate either of these guys giving up. I would not be surprised if this goes to decision or a very late finish in the third round by one of these guys, just based on the amount of damage that I expect them to dish back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, this one is going to be interesting and exciting. For a guy like Dakota McGregor, not saying that he has nothing to win by taking this fight. Obviously, he gets paid showing up, everything else. We know the guy is a gamer and a baller. But, in a lot of respects, I mean, guys fighting down the ranks probably didn't have to take this fight, but it really proves his character. And let me tell you something. So if you don't know, Prince Edward Island in Canada rule harsh winters. The entire population of the island is approximately 300,000 people. There's more people probably in Lower Manhattan than there is in the entire island that Dakota McGregor lives on. We know Dakota McGregor obviously has a family. We know that he has been battle tested. It means a lot to this cat to get up there and perform. And this really is the opportunity of a lifetime that he has here in front of him. But also, King DeFrank getting a phenomenal chance, phenomenal opportunity. I mean, I don't want to say second chance. I mean, still these guys are so young. The division's still so young, but getting that second chance and that second opportunity very early on in his career to display his skill set and his talent and potentially upset Dakota. I think it's very safe to say King DeFrank is the underdog in this match. When the Vegas lines drop, he will be the underdog. But we do know that there is something there. I don't know exactly what it is, but there, when you talk to him, there's a different sense of passion. There's some hurt in his voice. There's something in his past that is truly fueling what he has to come. I see your comment, Fap, about Josh Boisvert. All that I'll say at this particular point, Josh seems to be doing well. He seems to be in a good mental place. We're trying to give him the respect and the time away from the sport to get, correct what he needs to get corrected. From all accounts, he seems to be doing good. We don't know at this particular point, and we haven't really pushed the situation to find out exactly what happened and or why or when, if we'll ever see him again. Time will tell. I think the best thing at this point is just to give Josh his time away to be able to collect himself, his thoughts, and be able to plan whatever his future is, either inside or outside of Power Slap. So that's kind of the best update that I can give you in regards to that. I'm sure he'll come public in the coming months, maybe after the holiday season, once things have kind of subsided. We know he's an incredibly busy guy, working and everything else and taking care of what he needs to take care of. But from all accounts, Ding, I know you've been more communicative with him than I have, but it seems like he's doing okay. Everything seems to be good. Is that correct?
100%. Yeah, he's doing well. He's in good spirits. We don't exactly know the details, and like Corey said, obviously something like that happens. If something drastic enough takes place where somebody has to pull out of a fight, forego some, an opportunity to earn money, to go up there to compete, to get himself what he knew to be a championship opportunity in the future, it must be serious. And so we want to be respectful of that. The same exact, I'll call it consideration that we gave Austin Turpin, right? We don't want to jump to conclusions. That's our encouragement. When it was announced that he was falling out, right, a lot of the comments and people were assuming it had something to do with the weight. He wasn't going to be able to make the weight, yada, yada. We found out later that the man just became a father. So we don't rush judgment for that exact reason. We want to make sure that we're providing, as we always say, if we say it, it's real, it's true. We can confirm that. And that's very important to us. We pride ourselves on being on that platform that we don't want to misspeak. We don't want to talk on speculation. If I'm being honest with you, we hear a million things all the time from various different people of varying credibility, but we just cannot report on things until we can confirm that they're true and that they're ready to be reported on. And so if you look through our history, you'll know that that's the case. And unfortunately, we're not willing to share rumblings until we can confirm that they're true. And the truth is they're never really true until it comes from Power Slap themselves. And so until we get that kind of green light, whether that's behind the scenes or an official announcement, we will not jump on that. Danny, the Pitbull Van here to stay. I was gonna say staying up late. He's not staying up late because he's in Las Vegas on the couch right beside Brice Jones.
Danny, come on the show and say hi, buddy. Come say.
Yeah, now he doesn't have to stay up until, I guess, if it was today, it would probably be like 3-4 a.m. Now he's hanging out at 6:36 in the evening in Las Vegas. I mean, it's a whole new life. Yeah, let's see if we can get him on the show. Obviously we wanted to have Austin Turpin on the show. I don't know if that's going to happen. He did say, obviously new dad. He's on daddy duty, so we don't want to put any pressure on him. He's got a new son. We can say we've seen pictures of his son. I don't know if he said his name publicly, so I'm not going to do that. I'm a father, so I understand the sensitivity there. But I will tell you that his son is incredibly cute. And if we get to see him at any time in the future, man, we'll all be lucky because it's a very, very cute child. So congratulations to Austin Turpin. Hopefully we can get him on here at some point in time tonight. But if not, we'll attempt to get him on in the coming weeks to hear from Austin Turpin. We also do have Dorian Disturbing the Peace coming up here in about 8 or so minutes. I'm interested to see where his head's at, man, because, again, the truth is everybody looks good until they don't against Damian DeBell. And I think Ryan Phillips is the perfect example of that. I thought he looked incredibly composed, and I thought he looked calm, and I thought that his demeanor was as expected and as usual in that fight. And then all of a sudden, he just turns him off. And so I'm curious if Dorian sees that as a prospect for this fight. Again, he's a guy that I think we all can agree has a chin that we've never seen anything like. I don't know if it's a San Isidro thing, right? Because Isaih's on that same boat with that just crazy. I mean, but Dorian has even less of a reaction, right? Isaih sort of returns from the dead. He's been likened to a zombie. Dorian like embraces it. His eye, I'll never forget. He's bloodied. His nose is bleeding. His eyes swollen, and he's just standing there smiling and just taking his licks. He talks about it all the time. It's like when he gets hit, he enjoys it. It motivates him. It fuels him. This guy's just built different. On the subject of the changes, I know we were talking about the lightweights. Obviously, we just had Isaih Quinones on here. He's turning around extremely fast, defending his championship just 5 weeks after winning it. Uncharted territory as far as we've seen at the championship level. We found out Vern Cathey and Wolverine has been moved to Power Stop 11. We don't have any information as to why that is. Again, we've heard speculation, but we are not going to go down that road. I know that Austin Turpin has some things to say about that on social media. He talked about I don't remember which guy he was referring to, but somebody's boyfriend not allowing them to go. I think he said Wolverine's boyfriend didn't allow him to go, and Vern had a bingo game or something he couldn't miss. So the trash talk is still there. Austin Turpin is still as motivated as ever. And when we talked to him earlier, he seems very, chomping at the bit. He definitely wants to get back into the mix, and he has his eyes still set on a guy named Russell Rivero. Listen, I don't know if you guys have been here for a while, but nobody hunts for Russell. There's not a single person on earth that I've ever heard say, I want Russell Rivero. It just is not heard of. And so I'm excited to see what this next iteration of Austin Turpin looks like. The dad, the father, the true Turp Daddy Slim. But I see, Corey, you did something as you do.
I'm the best. I'm the best producer in the game, my man. Like need no introduction. Fresh off fluffing Brice Jones straight into Smack Talk. We bring in Danny Van Heerden. What's up, my man? Danny.
What's up, guys?
Good. How about yourself? Can I say my near?
I can't complain.
What's up, my near?
You can. I must say this is the first time that I don't have to wake up 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning to join the show.
How good does it feel?
Living the life in Vegas. What do you mean?
What is that hat? That doesn't look like South African drip to me. That looks American.
It is American.
Yeah, there you go. Look, so you're already starting to dress like us. You maybe in the near future you'll start to, wear your pants below your waist, that kind of thing.
Because everything here in America is slow motion. So you don't have to get fully dressed here.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that the German flag behind you? It looks very reminiscent of it.
I've learned, yeah. No, that's just a portrait.
It's like a photo. I was gonna say it's like a photo.
Okay. But
Yeah, so for me, I'm busy settling in. So I'm only here 2 weeks now. So I'm basically renting a room till I get my credit score and all of that up to date, and then we can go from there.
Awesome. How about you hit up Brice Jones and get some practice in? I can make that happen.
Brice Jones, who's that again?
Who's that again? Let's bring him on. Here you go.
Oh,
Brice, Danny, Brice, you guys want to train together?
We're not in the same
I'll
weight
train
class
with
as of
time.
today, so there you go.
You can draw some knowledge on me.
Brice, are you coming to Super Heavy?
Hell no.
Because for me to go to heavyweight, I need to cut off a leg.
Yeah.
I'm not doing dieting.
Well, if you cut it off, I'll strap it to me and maybe I'll make super.
But where are you training at, though?
Right now I'm just training with my buddy and stuff like that, and then just hitting the gym, working out.
You were at Extreme Couture, right? Before?
Yeah. I was there.
But you guys are right near each other, Danny. You should definitely, you should definitely get connected, and he can teach you. He's from like a grassroots American type of place. He can teach you a little bit about stuff that's not just in Las Vegas.
Well,
I'll definitely tell
need
some good eating places.
That's what I wanted to say, because South African style on training, you do breakfast twice.
All right.
That's a lie, Danny. I've seen you eat breakfast, and you eat less than I do, and you probably eat less than Lindry does as well.
Yeah, but he's not on TRT.
No. Wait, let me get you up to date. South African food are the best. So there you can eat proper breakfast. Here you get sweet stuff for breakfast. For me, sweets only comes after 12.
Awesome, my man.
There's
But
no corrupt police in Las Vegas as far as we know, so that's good.
You broke up, but I missed it.
No, I said there's no corrupt police in Las Vegas as far as we know.
Man.
Well, that's the thing about South Africa. They are everywhere. If you got $100 bill, that's your license. You don't even need one.
Awesome. All right, Brice, reach out to Danny after the show. All right, my man.
Yeah.
Maybe intro
I'll hit
for
him
you.
up.
Sounds good, guys. Danny, my man, talk to me. You've been busy. You've been out at SEMA. You've been doing all kinds of stuff, clapping whoever you can. How honestly, man, I know you've been talking about this for a long time. So first off, I commend you for making that trip all the way to America to be here, to continue. I'm from Canada. You could say what you want about our guy at the top. He's almost a Looney Tune like your guy. But, talk to him about what it's like to leave your family, to come here for a better life for not only you, but your children and, the lineage to come. Like, talk to us about what that really means.
Well, to be honest, that's the most difficult part, coming without the family. But then again, when I started Power Slap a year ago, I said, you know what, if Power Slap can make this possible, we are moving to Las Vegas. This has been 12 months, and Power Slap made this possible. So I'm in Vegas, need to settle everything down, get everything sorted out, and then the family would come. Obviously, I don't want them to stress. I just need them to just join the bandwagon, and then everything would be sorted. But the most difficult time now is obviously leaving a family behind, because you need to make a better life for them. So being alone, to get it all sorted for, say, roughly 4 months, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it seems like you got the fight fan there. If you ever need a cuddle buddy or something, I'm sure that he'll be there to warm you up on the cold winter days.
Well, let me tell you, the fight fan is more than being helpful. Shout out to the fight fan. I must say, fight fan, you make it really easy this side, coming from South Africa. But then I must add, believe it or not, I've met 14 South Africans that lives in Las Vegas already, and I'm only here for 14 days. So if I can divide it up, it's basically one South African per day, which is quite good.
Well, I can tell you what you haven't seen in Las Vegas in the last 14 days, and that is a dumpling.
I have not. You're right. Only on Insta, though.
Are you? I'm assuming you're going to attend Power Stop 10 now that you're in town.
Well, that's my plan. I want to attend the Power Slap and even the UFC. But let's see. I would definitely love to be there as a guest, even.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of this card? Obviously, you were just on a big card in Abu Dhabi. Now we return to Vegas. They do 3 championship fights, which is unheard of on a card. It doesn't happen very often, and we lose a championship fight, but we also gain in its play. I mean, this era of Power Slap just seems like it can go nowhere but up. Like, what do you think of this card from the fights that we know so far?
Well, my opinion, this is not International Fight Week, so they don't really bring out guys. But I must say, huge shout out to Power Slap. I love all the fights every time. And the nice thing about it, it keeps you glued to your seat. So you might think, one guy is down, but then they bring another interesting match on. So, I must say I'm looking forward to all of them.
And we haven't talked to you since the rankings updated, but you're sitting now at number 2, right below a guy that you seem to have made friends with, right? The dumpling.
Yes.
I mean, all signs point to the fact that rematch needs to take place between the Crazy Hawaiian and the dumpling. So where does that leave a guy like you, who's sitting at number 2 now? You have a win after your loss to the Crazy Hawaiian. Where do you think that puts you as far as what's what the future is to come? Do you wait for that to play out and just kind of sit in the wings? Do you take another fight? Like, what makes the most sense?
Well, my opinion, I would take any fight. I would really take any fight. I do believe the guys below me would be easy wins. And I do need some easy wins, though, since they're the only super heavyweights that are left. I think I have challenged the toughest ones there is. So now I only think it's the easiest one. So if there's anyone, even at past lap 10, if you ring me up, I'm there. So I don't really care on what number I fight. Obviously, if I get slap dog, I don't even know where he's at. Is he even on there again? But I remember he's normally talk shit and he doesn't even know why he's talking shit. So maybe I must just give him a reality to say, you know what, you're talking shit to the only dog. So yeah, let's see. That will be easy win though. I'm sure he would be knockout without my hand even landing.
Let's be honest right here, right now. You're number 2. He's number 8. Do you ever fight Slapdog? I want you to tell me. Make your declaration right here, right now. Do you think you and him ever make it to a place where you are standing across from one another?
Never. I don't even think he would ever come close to my even to the ranking. I don't think so. I think the only time we would fight if he download the PlayStation and type in UFC Donny Van Heeren versus Slapdog. I think that's the only time he would ever face me. In real life situation, I really don't ever think he would face me. He's not a super heavy. He's not even a slap fighter. I think he just signed up to maybe get his name there or something. I don't know. I don't know why he's here.
What about Uncle Micah? Where's Uncle Micah at? We love Uncle Micah. I don't know where he's at, why he's not competing, but what do you think of? He's also a Las Vegas, local. What do you think about the prospect of? He's up there far in the rankings as well. So I mean, this is probably not any more likely, but I'm just saying in the future. I mean, he's a guy that is incredibly tough. What do you think of a matchup like that against a guy like somebody named Uncle Micah?
Well, to be honest, Michael's the only guy that's rocked the current champion. The only one. I'm trying to coach him to get his socials up to date, but Michael's a bit slow on that. But I definitely do feel Michael would be an interesting match. I feel that, yes.
Well, Micah, what's wrong with Micah's social presence? I like it. The videos of him getting slapped by like really, really petite women. I thought that it was a good campaign.
Well, it creates views, but then again, if it was me, I don't get slapped by any cupcake, eh?
Got it. So, what recommendations would you give Uncle Micah on the social side? Because you are very in tune with social media. We know that.
On the social side, start marketing Power Slap more. So not just basically what you do and keep your socials engaged, which is also a good thing, but market Power Slap more, get more engaged with proper influencers, and get your views up. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah, we know that you're no stranger to social, man. I've seen kind of how your creative process brews, and it really does come naturally to you. And I think a lot of people, not just Uncle Micah. I know we're kind of picking on Uncle Micah, but I think most of the power slap athletes can probably take a page or two out of the Denny Van Heerden social strategy. So, hats off to you for being so engaging in that way, and then also being willing to share your information.
Definitely. Well, as I said, I'm keen. So if there's any influencer out there that wanna collab, I mean, hit me up. I'm more than willing to help what I know. If you know more, then again, I'm willing to listen. So let's collab. Anyone out there collab? Any influencers? Let's do it.
Yeah, 100%, man. Let's see. So, do you agree that the Crazy Hawaiian and the Dumpling probably should just do a rematch next?
Well, obviously, business-wise, yes, I do feel like I currently feel that probably the dumpling might be one of the only guys that will currently be able to take the champion than any other super heavy. I haven't faced the dumpling myself, but I have faced the crazy wine. And my thoughts on that, there's no one that's gonna beat the crazy wine soon. That I'm really sure of.
And what is it about his game that makes you so sure?
He knows how to lean into the slap, and he also knows how to perfectly palm strike.
All right. So does that make you? Does that I guess increase the respect that you have for the dumpling, being that he was able to sort of take those strikes? I mean, it looked to me a couple of times like he was hurt, but he played it off pretty well, all things considered. Does that impress you as far as his toughness goes, given that you've been up there, you know what it feels like?
Well, here's the difference. I got dropped. Although I got back up, I got dropped. The
But
crazy
you
one
didn't
got dropped.
remember getting dropped.
I don't remember that. I saw it on the socials, but then again, the dumpling got rocked. But he recovered well. He recovered perfectly well. So that for me is impressive, I must say. Yeah, if I get a match with him, it will definitely be a I think would be war, because I would love to taste that. But then again, any super heavy there, I will be glad to fight anyone.
Yeah, we know that you're always game, man. Definitely to compete, and we're excited for whenever that is. Hopefully we'll see you at Power Stop 10. Of course, we'll be in Vegas. We'll be doing some cool stuff that we'll announce here in the near future. Corey, do you have anything for the Pit Bull before he goes?
Yeah, Danny. I mean, it's going to be great to see you again. Obviously, big personality, big energy. I think Las Vegas suits you very, very well. So glad to see you there. Overall, I think you got a great opportunity here. As hard as it is to be away from the family, it also gives you an opportunity to really zone in, focus in on your skill and your craft and what it is that you're doing. Surround yourself, with like-minded people. And, as Dana White talks about, you're in one of the best cities in the world. Dana loves it. And, you're not a young chicken. So I know you got your head on your shoulders, and you'll stay away from all the temptations and really make something of this. So like I said, man, I'm definitely proud of you for taking the journey. Proud of you for ensuring that, you want the best life for yourself and your family, going forward. And, if we can help you in any way, reach out anytime, because, we're always here for you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. And then for the listeners, remember, follow me on Insta at Donnie Pitbull. And if there's any influencer out there that want to collab, pop me an inbox via Insta. And then again, shout out to the Fight Fan, obviously helping me out this side. And also what I need to add, all the South Africans living in Las Vegas, I need to get you guys to pass that. This you definitely cannot miss.
Awesome, Danny. Appreciate you, my man. We'll talk again soon, okay?
Thanks. Cheers, guys.
Take care. All right, Danny Van Heerden, good to catch up with him. Actually, I haven't really spoken to him much since he's been over to this side of the pond. I know he's been busy, doing his thing, but great to catch up with him. And obviously we'll get to see him there in a couple weeks in Las Vegas for Power Slap number 10. I kind of put my foot in my mouth earlier. I said Brice Jones was the only fighter in Vegas. Uncle Micah. Now there's Danny. There's probably 3 or 4 more that I forgot. I might as well just say Wes Minna. Wes Minna is the answer to everything. Wes Minna lives everywhere and everything. There's a bit of a backstory there, but it's all good.
Man, oh man.
Dorian Perez in traffic. Hopefully we're going to get him as soon as we can. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to join on yet, but we'll try to get him as soon as we can. Obviously, that Cali traffic can be awful, but what'd you think of Isaih Quinones thinking that Emmanuel Muniz is going to take care of Anthony Blackburn this time around? Do you think there's merit to it? It's just hometown bias that he wants to bring those titles to Cali. Man, could you even imagine DTP have three titles in California? How could you not bring Power Slap to Cali in 2025 with that type of hardware sitting on the West Coast?
Yeah, I think it's hard, man. I mean, a lot of these guys, they're friends, particularly when you talk about the guys in the main event and the co-main event. I think the odd man now is Branden. Well, I mean, Blackburn came a tiny bit later, but Branden Bordeaux is like the only one that's not from the very, very beginning. So there's relationships dug in. So I expect the hometown boy to take the hometown boy. You know what I mean? These guys are friends. They've been friends for a very long time. I'm not too surprised about it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of talked about. I mean, I guess Bordeaux and Blackburn, I guess the newcomers of the title match. We released the Anthony DeFrank interview earlier today on our YouTube channel. I'm not sure if you checked that out. DeFrank actually hinted that he believes that their matchup will be the first match on the main card. So everybody will be able to see that. Obviously, I mean, all the fights are on there, but the first fight of the main card is what he seems to be, alluding to. So definitely some good matches, unfolding. We haven't really talked about TJ Thomas and Luke Simon. We didn't talk about it yesterday, so let's get into it right now. I mean, TJ obviously coming off a victory, which he sustained an injury to his jaw and he's coming back to fight Luke Simon, guy from Texas, seems to be, working incredibly hard for these opportunities, and a guy that wants to see himself climb those ranks incredibly fast. TJ Thomas is the one that is standing in front of him. The Brasa Power Slap obviously view him as one of those older legacy guys that are there when the phone call rings. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, are they 7-8 in the rankings, or they're relatively close, aren't they? Yeah, 7-8.
Yeah, I was just
TJ's one
saying
of them.
behind each other.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. So how do you foresee this match kind of going? What do you think the keys to victory on both sides of it are for these guys to be able to win? And I mean, whoever you pick, I'll state the other guy.
I mean, I think Luke Simons has proven that he's tough. But I think on the flip side, he also has proven that he's strong. But I think that there's a little bit of a different level when you're going up there on a numbered card, when you're dealing with somebody who's been up there before. We haven't seen that much of TJ, but we know that, he's the pioneer behind Gorilla Smack. Those guys take this very, very seriously, and they train with one another. I think Luke's background is interesting because he comes from bodybuilding, and I think he's adapted that really, really well to this. He talks about the adversity and sort of how he achieves his milestones in bodybuilding. I think his best bet in this fight, in order for him to get this done, I think he probably needs to try to get a finish. I think if you're talking technique, I would say that TJ probably has the edge, not only in what we've seen from him, but also just the fact that they kind of live and breathe this there at Gorilla Smack, right? They've got a number of people who are all sort of in pursuance of the same thing, and I think that there's something that should be said for that, particularly as they've created this peer group within Power Slap. I think Luke is very, very powerful. I don't know that TJ is a guy that's going to bring power that's going to make Luke, I guess, face a significant level of adversity. But at the same time, I do think TJ can find the button just based on what the amount of training and the amount of dedication he's shown towards this sport. So I think that Luke's best bet is to not let this go 3 rounds and to try to get TJ out of there early.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Simon is very calm, cool, collected going into this particular matchup, has a lot of self-belief in himself and his abilities. We talk about all the time, there's levels to this. TJ Thomas with a guy that is going to have the experience edge in this. We know he's played high-level competitive hockey his entire life. He's proven it in Power Slap, his strength, his determination. Stylistically, this matchup, very, very different, almost like kind of like the old father versus the young son in a lot of ways. Luke Simon and his slap, he squats down with almost his butt hitting his ankles, coming down very, very low. Where TJ Thomas is, much more, traditional in a sense, kind of left to right. And talking to TJ, he's talking about right now some of the added strength that he's added to his slap. He's incredibly excited to be able to put that on display, as you talked about working and being that practitioner at Gorilla Smack system with, Garrett Grimes, also the All-American hero as well. Slambo is there, Colton Cole. And then they've been touting the Red Rocket, who we actually, when we talked to Charles Johnson about the slap fight that unfortunately got canceled, but the Red Rocket was supposed to make his debut on there. postponed, canceled, whatever you want to call it.
So is Wolverine and Vern canceled then?
Well, they
No,
at least
it's postponed, man. I know
they
you're Canadian,
announced-
but you're not silly, okay?
okay, but then when's the fight card?
I think I said the spring.
Okay, so the spring. Okay, so postponed to the spring, I guess. At least Vern and Wolverine's been postponed to January 30th. So
Put some respect on Icon Battlegrounds, all right, Core?
yes, sir. Yes, sir, Ding. All right.
What
I stand corrected.
It's Mr.
I
Ding.
stand-
It's Mr.
Mr. Ding. Mr. Ding. All right. Is that what your wife calls you, Mr.
No,
Ding?
that's what KO Chris calls me, man.
Love it. We don't get KO Chris back on the show. We haven't talked to KO Chris in a while. He's back with a vengeance right now. He's got a lot to say. We got to get Chris on here real soon. How's that?
All right, here. You want to do? Let's do a funny segment to end this off. What do we do? I got these Disney cards. I'm going to show you the Disney card, and I want you to tell me which striker in most likens. Okay, can you do that?
Yeah, as long as your internet works, my man. Ugh. Actually, I had to put you full screen. That one there, I would say Alan Klingbeil.
Ooh, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta know. What do you mean? Come on, Alan. Didn't Alan Klingbeil have a bad thing with our with our Fantastic Four that we did too? He didn't like that he was the girl. All right. What character is that?
Baloo. Baloo.
Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo.
Makini Manu. Makini Manu is Baloo. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Fab. I agree with Fab. I was gonna go with Luke Simons for the first kid.
Okay.
Let's see what else we can do here. This is good. You know who that is. It's Dumbo.
Where do I go with Dumbo?
You can pick somebody who's not on. He said dumpling.
I was gonna say the Crazy Hawaiian. I don't. No. The Hawaiian Hitman. The Hawaiian Hitman is Dumbo. You're right. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I don't want to put a rat up here. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
You don't want to put a rat up there?
No, I don't want to put Ratatouille up there. Johnny Worthington from Monsters University.
I'm gonna say Dorian Perez. I think so. Dorian's got a thick skull.
All right. How about Lumiere from I think Beauty and the Beast? There you go. By the way, these are some really nice cards. They're very expensive, but pick a light one.
You're gonna hate me for saying this, Cole Young.
Cole Young.
Yeah, Cole Young. I think so.
You could have done Cole Young for the first kid.
Okay.
All right. How about the Genie?
I'm going for it. Wesley motherfucking Drain.
Bro. Oh, this is a good one. I don't know how you're gonna answer this. Abbey Park.
Abbey Park. Dwayne Crespo.
Oh, dude, this is incredible. All right, I have somebody in my head here. Let's see if you're on the same wavelength. There you go.
Chelsea Dotson.
No, I gave this Jackie Catalan.
Okay.
All right, this one should be easier. See, this is who I would say Alan Klingbeil, but you tell me who you think.
Nah, Anthony DeFrank. Come on.
What?
Yeah. Come on, my man. Fellow New Yorker.
Anthony DeFrank, you gave him Dash, bro? Oh, dude, these are great. I should have started with these cards. This is way better.
Oof.
DeFrank's got it. I think DeFrank's got it.
Got that?
He said Isaac.
Okay. I was gonna say Isaac. Yeah.
I go Isaac.
Who else we got for gingers?
All right, just a couple more. Just
or,
a couple more.
Or a young Wolverine.
Ron, that's hilarious. Mr. Water News from Monsters Inc. Come on, who we got?
Vern Cathey.
What?
Playing bingo. Come on, my man.
Bro, all right. This is good. This is Vern Cathey, bro. Come on. Stinky Pete.
That's
Vern Cathey.
Stinky Pete. Are you sure that's not dumpling?
Is Vern Cathey, bro.
Okay.
Look, dude, these guys are good in the comments. He said Evian Scott for Water News. I can agree with that. I like it. Fap's doing well. Vern, I think that's Vern. Yeah, look, Baymax. Come on. I know you got a good one for Baymax. Give it to me. Let's hear it. He's thinking.
Baymax. I got it. And he's I can't go there. Austin Turpin. You're missing our show. That's where I'm going. Austin Turpin.
Uncle Micah, he says, dude, these guys are hilarious. Look, it's a dog, Doug.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Robin Warchuck.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean,
Goofy.
it could be El Perro, but you know.
So this could also be Vern.
It's all Vern. Come on. It's all Vern.
This could also be Vern. Oh, come on. This is cool. King Candy. Who's King Candy?
What show is he from? I have no idea.
King Candy is from fuck. I just lost it.
You know who that could be?
I don't even remember who
Go back to it. That's Cody Cox, my man.
Oh wow.
I'm digging, yeah.
All right, we'll do one last one. Anxiety.
Oh.
I'd probably go Robin Warchuck on this one.
Let's see it again.
Dude, how have you not seen this? It's Inside Out, bro. Come on. Get your shit together. You got a 7-year-old.
Robert Trujillo?
Bro, I can't wait to clip all of these. This is great. Let's see if there's any that are worth anything that I missed. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. This will be good. Pluto. Frank. Gianni.
That one's Isaih.
Dude, these cards are nice. Sorry, like
nice.
Tops if you want to sponsor us, you know what I mean?
Awesome, buddy.
That was fun, dude. I just came up with that on the fly. Maybe we'll do that more often.
Yeah, my man. Awesome, dude. Appreciate it. Everybody who tuned in to this point, listens to us, two knuckleheads for 70+ minutes every single week. We appreciate you all. Big news going to come probably within the next week or so. We're going to lay out our entire content schedule for the week of Power Slap number 10. Let you guys know everything that's going to be taking place. And we are going to keep on rocking every single time. We're back again. Same place, same time at the new time, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. on the East for Smack Talk. Take care, James.
I will drop a hit. Bring your swimming trunks.
All right. Peace.